All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Truly appreciate it. So everyone's always talking about the Model S Plaid, how fast it is, how quick it is, how great it is, how great it looks. All great things, all true things about the Tesla Model S Plaid. But one of the things that we said about it is that it's an all-in-one car. It's the everything car. If you only need to have one car, this is the car you need to have. And part of that proclamation was about how it can do everything. And one of the things that it's very valuable in doing is carrying around kids and being the family hauler. So what is it like as a parent to have a Model S Plaid or Model S, 2021 long range refresh Model S? How good is it for having kids in the car? Does it keep them entertained? Does it have enough space for them? Let's jump into it right now. All right, so we're talking about the Model S Plaid. We're talking about its usability as a family hauler, specifically for kids. What is it like for kids in here? And as you see here, we've got this full screen entertainment here that's available for kids to be able to see. So when you're parked on a beautiful day like it is today in a nice little park or something like that, or if you're waiting for someone to come out of an appointment, the doctors, whatever, or you just need to get out the house and get some sunlight, this is a nice place to be for the kids because you have that full screen entertainment, whether they're sitting in the front seat or they're sitting in the rear seat. Okay, and that's what a lot of people like to think about when they think about how a car is going to keep them happy and entertained. And that's why the Model S is extremely useful when it comes to being a family hauler, right? So you don't have to have additional accessories. You don't have to have an additional tablet or strap something to the back of your seat. You have all these entertainment options already integrated into the car, such as this. You also have games on the screen as well. You also have other capabilities that are available to you. So obviously from the front seat, there's the front entertainment system, which if I toggle down here, I can see in more detail. I've got the media here. I've got Disney Plus, I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, I've got YouTube, and I've got Twitch if that's something of interest. So there's lots of options here that you can use to entertain children. Put this on. The sound system is phenomenal, so you get that full surround sound experience like you're in a mini movie theater while on the road, while having this beautiful view and being at the park and being able to get out and come back in and relax and enjoy some entertainment. Or if you're taking a long road trip, you have some backseat entertainment, which we'll talk about in a minute. But just overall, in general, the usability of this is pretty good because, again, it's integrated already into the car. It's not adding anything specific for kids. It still looks grown. It still looks nice. It still looks beautiful, but also has the capability to support a family drive or have kids in the car. All right, so let's jump around the back. Let's talk about what the back looks like. I'll pop on YouTube once again, comes right back up here, and I'll pop out in the back and we can see what that looks like. We're popping around the back, as you can see here, lots of space in the car, lots of leg room here. I've got the seat all the way back. I can probably push it up a little bit more, but again, small kids, no problem. I have a full car seat in here, just to give you an indication of fit here for the car seat. I have a full car seat here that can fit here pretty comfortably. Legs can fit right there. And again, you can put two of these in. I can put one there. I can put one there. I can even put a little booster seat in the middle. So lots of space, lots of flexibility here. And again, we've got all the necessary things that are here that you would expect in a car, like the ISOFIX points that are here. You also have a pull-down armrest here if you need some additional storage for things. Okay. Additional cup holders are there as well. And then if you wanted to fold the seat down, you also get a chance to see something that a lot of people don't know about, which is the anchor points back here for the car seat. You have these anchor points. They fold in this way when they're not in use. I already have it latched into the one here that goes around the top of the seat, clicks onto the back, and adds additional support for the car seats here. So again, you have all the components here that are necessary. You typically wouldn't see them. There's one here, and you'll see another one there. Okay, and they just push right in. They're fixed to the seat, so they're part of the structural part of the seat. So they're very secure, very stable, and again, it just gives you that peace of mind. Okay, I'll jump inside. Again, room to put the seat up a little further. But jumping inside, as you can see, I'm not going to have the audio playing because I don't want to get in trouble. You got this rear seat entertainment, right? So you have this rear screen here. So as you see here, here's the seat. Child would sit in this particular seat. It's a full-size car seat. They'll have cup holders there. They'll have additional cup holders in the armrest as needed. And then they'll also have this rear screen entertainment, which again, depending on how high up they sit, they may have to bend their neck down a little bit more. But again, if everyone's watching the same thing, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You can see the big screen, you can see the smaller screen, whatever the case may be. Audio is going to be full and surround for everything. And then you can also minimize the one up there and just play the content back here. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Just come up here, swipe down. And now you've got a situation where adults can be doing something else on the screen, and the kids back here can still be watching the TV, could be watching the screen, watch the cartoons, or whatever the case may be. All right, so lots of capability here for being a family hauler. Now, one of the things I also like is the choice of materials here. Instead of going with a glossy back, they're using a nice, good material here that wipes scuff marks off for kids kicking their feet. Every car suffers from that issue where kids sort of kick their feet on the back of the seats and they get scuff marks. So it's good to have this material, whatever this material is. It's not quite plastic. It's a softer plastic material, not a hard plastic, and it makes it very easy to wipe off scuff marks and things like that. All right. One of the things you also can do is you can have climate controls back here as well to be able to adjust this and make it a little bit cooler for the kids. There's also some USB-C ports down here as well. So in terms of being a family hauler, in terms of carrying around the family or carrying around kids in this Model S, it's amazing. You also have different driving modes that you can put the car in. And for me, I like to put the car in sport acceleration, which allows me to be able to accelerate quick enough to keep up with the flow of traffic, but not too brutal on the little guy in this car seat. Right? We have a pretty heavy duty car seat here, pretty secure, pretty substantial in terms of the seatbelt, in terms of having support for him all around. And obviously a Tesla is always getting top safety rating picks across the board. So it's one of the safest cars on the road. Again, just making sure that we're being safe and conscious when we're carrying our little ones around, our precious ones around. And again, that's no exception here with Tesla. So you have the peace of mind and comfort of knowing that you're riding around in one of the safest cars in the world. It's also one of the fastest cars in the world, but you don't have to necessarily do that when the child is around. So I put it in sport acceleration, so it's not too quick, not too brutal when I take off. And then I also put it on sort of comfort adaptive damping or comfort suspension mode, just to make the ride a little bit more comfortable. The children are not in the car. I put it in more of a plaid mode and sports suspension and sports steering and make it more aggressive in the way that I like to drive with it. But again, just being able to use on the fly profiles or different settings that I can use to quickly switch between when the child is in the car, when kids are in the car, or when I'm by myself is very, very valuable. Again, that all-in-one car, the everything car for all your needs. Okay. The only downside to this in this experience here is the fact that this screen is not really controllable in the front when you're playing something like YouTube. So what winds up happening is when you play YouTube, when you drive, you have to be able to maneuver a little bit and reach behind and kind of touch the screen and adjust the screen from there, as opposed to it being controlled from the front screen. When you're parked and nothing's happening and you're allowed to open up YouTube, it pops up no problem. You can control whatever is on that screen is also going to appear on this screen, no problem. But when you're in driving, that's what becomes problematic, because now the little one sitting in the seat, he or she cannot reach this screen to skip an ad, play the next episode, or do whatever the case may be. So I would love for Tesla to implement something that would allow the driver and or the passenger to be able to effectively control this rear screen from the front a little bit better than it is right now. The other point here is that the audio is going to be around the entire cabin when you play specifically content on this screen. And that's the latest thing you've played. So if you just turn this on, the audio for the entire car is going to play out of this screen for the entire car. If you then switch to music, the music is going to play out of the entire car. There's no way to pair a Bluetooth headset from this screen to your child's headset system. Or there's no way for you to be able to split the audio to have the rear speakers play whatever's on this screen and have, some different audio playing in the front of the screen. All right, so those are sort of the cons here right now. But again, those can be software related issues. Those can be software fixes that Tesla can fix over time. Really hope they receive that message, and maybe version 11 of the software will allow it to happen. But otherwise, it's a great place to be in the back for kids. Kids really enjoy themselves. They also get this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful panoramic view, which they can see out the back. You guys can see that. Beautiful panoramic view. So they go from looking down and seeing some cartoons and seeing some shows to looking up and seeing the beautiful sky that they have here, seeing the weather, see it rain, all that good stuff. And they're also protected from the UV rays and the harsh rays of the sun, as well as heat rejection from this wonderful, amazing Tesla glass on the roof. So again, just taking a look at that, seeing what that experience is like, okay, from the passenger back here, truly phenomenal. So again, great place to be, great car to have. Again, the everything car. And from a family's perspective, it's also top notch. Again, you have tons of storage in the back. There's also speakers up here, okay, speakers up here for the purposes of, hearing the audio as good as possible. You also have a light up here, so if it's dark and you're driving at nighttime, you can have a nice little spotlight that can shine on whatever they're reading, whatever they're playing with, whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that you might have here, you can have it accessible, and the child can actually reach this, right? So the child sitting here, they can actually reach this cup holder. All right. You could even have your tablet charging here in the USB-C slot. So that works as well. If you have them with their own little mini phone or an extra phone to use instead of a tablet, you have wireless charging right here. So you can wirelessly charge that phone here as well. And again, just lots of usability here specifically for the purposes of carrying kids. Okay. So super safe, super fast, super fun, but also very usable for kids. All right, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you have experience with kids in the 2021 refresh Model S. Let me know if there's any tips or tricks that you use or that you found that the car can provide for kids while they're back here. Let me know in the comments. Until the next time, enjoy your day, enjoy your Tesla.